So what do you think of this Jon Jones-Ciryl Gane fight?
Honestly, I think it's a tougher fight than Francis.
Really?
I do. I think that Ciryl Gane, his movement, his footwork, he's so good with his front leg. And for Jon Jones, remember when he came back from OSP, he looked so stiff.
Yeah.
And that was a time off and putting a lot of muscle on. He just looked like a slower version of himself.
Not too long ago, the fighting community got struck with interesting news. Francis Ngannou was released from his contract with the world's best league and vacated the UFC Heavyweight Championship. On top of that, bosses of the promotion also stated that on March the 4th at UFC 285, the title will be up for grabs between Ciryl Gane and Jon Jones. This news flew over the whole community within a day, and because of that, as we wait for this show to take place, we present to you 5 fights of the Frenchman when he shocked the world. Please don't forget about the likes, comments with 4 words, and subscribe to the channel. Here we go. Number 1. Jairzinho Rozenstruik, UFC Fight Night 186. In February of 2021, the quickly rising French prospect Ciryl Gane already had his 5th fight within the walls of the world's best league. By that time, his record consisted of 7 wins, 6 of which were stoppages and no losses. He did not just break into the UFC, he beat one of the former champions. So his next opponent happened to be one of the main title contenders and once undefeated Surinamese warrior, Jairzinho Rozenstruik. Their fight was held in the main event of the evening at UFC Fight Night 186. At that moment, it was Ciryl Gane's first time he ever headlined an event.
Yes, that just crazy to have my face on the poster, and yes, really excited about that. I'm really proud, and I can't wait to do well this weekend.
I mean, my kickbox experience helped me in all my fights. I have to rely on that, and yeah, I'm been working in my kickbox career almost 40 years, and of course it's helped me because that's what I know it. I know it better than anything.
Yes. You have a high level. You have a big experience in the striking. I have a good background too, and yes, but now it's MMA, so a little bit different than the 100 striking, you know, and of course you can expect a big striking high level in this matchup, but I can do everything. So anywhere the fight gonna go, I'm gonna go.
I think it's an interesting fight. The guy does what he does. He wins his fight. You have to respect that. I see what he does, and that's why I'm taking him seriously. This Saturday is going to be a different type of fight. We're going to see where you want to go. I'm ready. I'm in shape, so it doesn't matter.
The clash between Ciryl Gane and Jairzinho Rozenstruik resembled a high-quality chess match. Both fighters calculated their next move thoroughly and meticulously. It was a competition of fight IQ, which highlighted the athlete from France in an absolutely new way. In the conclusion of the given time, he outplayed the Surinamese and won via unanimous decision.
I talked with my coach, like you say, and I was not really happy, but he said, man, you did very well. You won 5 rounds of 5, you know, and so I did well. So yes, I'm happy, and I think I proved something. I can do 5 rounds, and I can manage 5 rounds, and I'm really comfortable with 5 rounds.
Number 2, Junior Dos Santos, UFC 256. After Ciryl Gane successfully broke into the world's best league and earned 3 wins in 2019, the matchmakers decided to put him against the former champion in the face of Junior Dos Santos. This fight happened to be the last one for the Brazilian in the organization. Their clash took place on December the 12th of 2020 at UFC 256. By that time, the Frenchman already broke into the top 15 of the heavyweight division. Unlike the Gypsy, who unfortunately was on a losing streak of 3 stoppages in the first rounds.
I'm really happy in first, and I'm really glad. opportunity. So thank you, GS, and thank you, UFC. And yes, former champion, big career, and I'm gonna do my best.
I'm feeling good. I'm trying to push things forward, to keep moving forward, and I cannot do anything to change the things in the past, but I can do a lot to change the things for my future. So yeah, it wasn't the last results of my fights weren't very good, for me. Actually, weren't bad, very bad actually. So now I'm trying to make a difference, to get a W on Saturday and move forward on my career.
UFC changed my life, for real. With that, I hope to go far, but my mission is like a father, take care of my family and take care of the future of my family. With the UFC, you can't do that.
It's hard to say, man. We try to understand the things sometimes, guessing that there is something wrong over there because the result wasn't the expected. But man, I feel great. I was great on my last fight. I was feeling great on my last fights, And if you watch the fights, I was kind of winning. I was winning the fights, So at some point, then I got cut, and my opponents got the victory. So yeah, I keep working very hard on everything I do, even on my my psychologic thing.
Ciryl Gane showed his best in the fight with Junior Dos Santos. Every move of that guy in the cage was immaculate. Already by the middle of the second round, he stunned his opponent with a jab and then added a couple of elbows with a symbolic follow-up to extend his win streak to 7.
I'm really happy. I'm really happy to did well, and yes, this is something. I think this is something. I'm just happy, and we will see for the future.
Junior Dos Santos, 7-0 for Ciryl Gane.
Number 3. Tai Tuivasa, UFC Fight Night 209. Currently, this is the last performance of Ciryl Gane in the world's best league. On September the 3rd of 2022, the Frenchman shared the octagon with the same contender but from Australia, Tai Tuivasa. At that moment, Tuivasa was still on a win streak of 5 stoppages, and in autumn he fought the guy who not long ago tried his luck in the title bout against Francis Ngannou and suffered his first professional career loss via decision. Their clash happened to be the main event of the evening at UFC Fight Night 209 in Paris.
We all know he's a great athlete. He's really fast and all this, but I excel in the cage. Once the cage door's shut, it's only me and him. And as much as people keep telling me I have to worry about Ciryl, I think Cyryl's got a bit to worry about for me too.
He is really dangerous. And everybody know this, and he proved it. He's on the good run. He finished every opponent. He is really dangerous on his striking, so I must be focused.
Definitely, the winner gets a say. That's for sure. But that's not on my mind at all. I got a big Frenchman coming to knock my head off, and that's my only worry at the moment.
I want to put more volume than usually, so I want to stop the fight before the end because we will probably be really tired together, both. And I expected this kind of fight.
With the top 5 fighter, the Frenchman put up true fireworks that vividly exploded at the very end of the 3rd round. In the final sequence, a couple of devastating bombs from Gane earned him a decisive TKO win over Tai Tuivasa.
I don't know what's going to happen exactly, and I think nobody knows exactly what's going to happen. They had a big turnover in this division at this moment, so I don't know if it's going to be an interim title. I don't know when he's going to come back, if he stay in the division, Francis. I don't know when he able to fight. So I don't know exactly, but yeah, exactly. No matter who, like I say every time, anyone, anywhere. But now, I'm looking for the belt, yeah.
Number 4. Alexander Volkov, UFC Fight Night 190. In June of 2021, when Ciryl Gane did not know the taste of defeat yet and was on an 8-fight winning streak, 5 of which were earned inside the UFC, he crossed paths with the Russian veteran Alexander Volkov. At that time, Drago was still on a 2-fight winning streak, beating Alistair Overeem and Walt Harris. Their fight in the main event of the evening at UFC Fight Night 190 was supposed to get one of the athletes closer to the coveted top 5 of the division.
Every fight I did, I want to make a show for the fans. So yes, if I can finish the fight before the end with the KO, with the submission like I did, yes, I want to do that for the fan because I like that too. I want to make a show.
Instead of me, a really great fighter, Ciryl Gane. He's a great striker. He is undefeated, and I'm really excited to see my striking skills against him.
Yes, everything is possible. Some people say it's complicated to fight a guy taller than him, but no, me, I'm comfortable with that.
I'm more excited with it because I'm looking for him. He's a really good striker, and one time I feel like I meet him anyway. So I think it's a good time for both of us. We're really close to belt contenders, and probably I want to fight with anybody who use his striking skills, but not wrestling.
The 5-round main event of the summer's fight night revealed Ciryl Gane's best qualities. Even though the Russian fighter was superior in terms of anthropometry, it didn't stop him from forcing his game from start to finish. The Frenchman successfully outplayed Alexander Volkov and won via unanimous decision.
But now I'm comfortable about this matchup, if this matchup gonna happen. Because before it was a little bit, unfortunately, it was the shame before the title. Now for the title, I'm really comfortable with this situation because we was born in the same gym. So before it was a little bit, So now I'm comfortable. If tomorrow we're gonna fight for the belt, this is beautiful for us, for me, for him, for my coach, and the MMA factory.
Number 5. Derek Lewis, UFC 265. In the beginning of August 2021, in less than 2 months, Ciryl Gane fought for the interim championship in the main event of the evening at UFC 265. His 7th opponent in the world's best league was the Black Beast himself, Derek Lewis. At that time, the American was on a streak of 4 victories and solidified himself among the main title contenders. Moreover, he was one of the most prominent knockout artists in the division, so the organization of that fight did not raise any questions.
Just train harder this time around. I gotta represent Houston now.
At first it was a little bit difficult, but now I did my choice and now I'm really focused on my target, and I hope just my daughter gonna waiting for me.
Of course, it's a little pressure because Houston never had a heavyweight champion before, so I want to be the first one. I want to make history, and it got to go down.
On Saturday, you stand a chance to actually be the first UFC fighter to win for France. How big is that going to be?
Yeah, it's a big opportunity.
I noticed that bullshit too.
Yeah, that's true. Yes, it's a big opportunity for me. I'm a young guy. I have a young career, and the UFC put me on the headline, and I want to do this for me, for my country, for my team, and for my family, for my fan, and I want to do my best for this. Yeah.
In the fight with Black Beast, Ciryl Gane showcased the best version of himself. Even though it was a 25-minute fight, the Frenchman ran through Derek Lewis in just 14. At the end of the 3rd round, Gane stopped Derek Lewis with a flashy TKO and became the new interim heavyweight champion of the UFC.
One of the best of the world now. I think this has meant something, so yes. I don't want to say that because the champion is still Francis Ngannou, and I must to fight all the guys of the roster to be the best. I think I need to prove. I just started, so I need to prove a few years, and after that, maybe I'm gonna say, yeah, I'm the best.
There it is, guys. Right now, as we mentioned in the beginning, Ciryl Gane prepares for the main fight of his entire professional career. On March the 4th at UFC 285, he will share the octagon with the best of the world's best league, if not the whole world, the legendary Jon Jones. That fight will identify the new undisputed heavyweight champion. And no matter what anybody says, both guys have chances to win. However, the Frenchman is a fighter of the new generation. He is properly balanced in all aspects. His endurance is more than enough for a 25-minute fight, while his fight IQ in combination with experienced coaches make him a truly well-rounded fighter. There's not much time left to wait. Very soon we'll finally see that rivalry in action. We wish Ciryl Gane luck in that fight from the bottom of